I'm here in Berlin. I'm about to go to Rammstein, so let's go. Today is Tuesday, July 18th. It's just after 4 p.m. here in Spandau, which is on the outskirts of Berlin. I'm leaving my apartment and I'm heading to Olympiastadion, something like that. On my way to see Rammstein. The doors opened at 4 o'clock. The show is at 7. It was at 7:30, but they moved it up. I think that's a good sign. I think that means there's more concert experience to come. We'll see. Have you ever heard that song that goes, ha, 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 I know this is true. I think that's how it goes. Anyway, that song is by a group called Spandau Ballet. And when I found out the name of that group, I thought that was pretty weird. So I did some research, and Spandau Ballet goes back to World War I, and then they also used it in World War II. It's when someone, right before they die, they twitch. So it's pretty brutal and a really strange name for a band, especially a band that has that light rock hit. I'm going to be taking the bus, then I'll switch to the train line. Apparently my ticket comes with a public transport fee, so I shouldn't have to buy any ticket on the bus. But we'll see, I'll just show them my concert ticket, I guess, and hopefully they don't give me any trouble. I rode the bus for about 20 minutes, arrived at one of the main terminals here. Nobody asked to see my ticket on the bus. Now I guess I'll try my luck on the train and see what happens there. Oh, by the way, shout out to my gym here. My gym is awesome. The guys at that gym are awesome. I met 2 trainers yesterday at the gym. Became as good of friends as you can after just being there for one day. Anyway, I told those guys that I was there for the Rammstein concert. And so they actually queued up Rammstein and played it when we were working out. So for the first time ever, a gym that I went to was playing good music. I think I've arrived at the right station with about 1,000 of my new friends. There's a 0% chance of rain, which is good, because the stadium has a slight opening in the roof. I think the stadium can hold about 70,000 people. Today's Tuesday. They already played on Saturday and Sunday. I saw Rammstein twice in Los Angeles in September, so this will be my 3rd time seeing them. The shows that I saw in September were great. I waited a long time to see them because they don't come to the United States so often, and they were scheduled to come in 2020, but that of course got postponed until 2021, and then it got postponed again until 2022. So I waited 2 years after I bought my ticket, and then I was finally able to see them. When I saw Rammstein in Los Angeles, I had tickets for Friday. I saw them with my friend Brandon, and we both agreed that the show was awesome. So the next day I bought a ticket to go by myself. On Friday we sat in the upper deck, and then on Saturday I bought a ticket to sit, let's just say, almost right in front. It was still in the seats, but I knew where the encore would be. The encore was taking place off to the side on the B stage. And so I got a ticket right in that section, sat by myself, and then my friend Brandon and Miranda, they asked me, well, which show was better? And I immediately said, Friday was better. It's always better to go with your friends, sit in the cheap seat, than to sit in the front row by yourself. It was such a great evening. It was late September, so the sun would just be setting as they'd be going on stage, so they'd be performing in the dark. And then the opener was this band called Jomad. They're 2 women playing piano, and they would play Rammstein songs on piano. So I thought that was a nice way to start the evening, relaxing, listening to piano as the sun is setting, right in the middle of Los Angeles at the LA Coliseum. And by the way, Duo Yedikok would perform with them for the first song of their encore. They'd be on the B stage, which is kind of in the crowd. So we'll see if they do that tonight. I don't know if it'll be the exact same set list as it was in Los Angeles, but we'll see. I will say that was my favorite part of the show, was that piano version. Everyone would have their phones out, and they would actually get back to the main stage by taking life rafts that would crowd surf over top of the crowd. It worked amazing. You'd think it might be dangerous, but so far so good on that, I guess. I just got this delicious water. Comes in a nice collectible cup. How much do you think that costs? It's basically tap water in a glass. It costs €7.50. I've made it onto the floor. There are 2 floor sections. I'm in the one that's farther away. I feel like Rammstein is one of the few bands that gets away with playing their own music over the PA before the show starts. It's the same stage and the same floor configuration that they've had for the past 2 years. Since the show starts at 7, it won't get dark here until probably 9:30. I think the sun sets around 9. So they will be playing in the light for most of the show, I'd say. They're of course known for all of their pyrotechnics, and during Du Hast, there's some explosions that go from the stage and then it goes to these towers and then it goes back to the stage and then it blows up again. So sorry if that's a spoiler alert, but get ready for that. I mentioned it in one of my other videos when I saw Hans Zimmer. I like to get here early, feel the anticipation, feel the energy of the crowd as people come in. I have my custom molded earplugs.
dass ihr da wart. Und denke mal an, bösen Zungen glaubt man nicht, die Wahrheit kommt doch eher ans Licht. Dankeschön, guten Abend.
Waiting to leave. It's pretty busy here, of course. I had a nice conversation with a guy named Dominic. So Dominic, if you're out there, thank you so much. He gave me this patch as kind of a symbol of friendship between Germany and the United States. He said he's in the German military and he works with the United States Air Force here in Germany. And so they have these patches and he gave me one. We had a nice conversation as we're waiting for everyone to clear out. Getting on the train here at Olympiastadion back to Spandau. It was about a 20-minute train ride back to the stop here where I'm going to catch my bus. The show was good, as always. They started at about 8:10 and they played until 10:20. I also learned that on Saturday and Sunday here in Berlin, those shows started at 7:30, so there was a little bit more darkness. The reason they moved this one up is because it's a weeknight, it's on a Tuesday, and I think that this was an added date. So they added a third show here in Berlin, and they moved this one up to 7 instead of 7:30. So like I said, I saw them twice in Los Angeles. Both times I sat in the seats, which I actually like better. I can see things better. Today I was pretty far back and it's kind of hard to see over people. And so honestly, some of the best stuff that I saw was just when I was recording. I could hold my phone up and then I could actually see the stage better. By the way, the opening act was not Do a Yeti Cock. It was Abelard. I hope I'm saying that correctly. They said they were a French duo playing the piano. And my favorite part of the show was again Engel, that piano version of Engel, when they come out after the show ends for the first time. And then they restart things. They come out for the encore, they play Engel, and then they go back to the stage on the life rafts, and then everything just ramps back up and they start rocking again. So it's Engel and then followed by Ausländer, which I also really like. I also really liked it when they played the song Radio. And of course, Ich will is another all-time favorite of mine and was a favorite tonight. Like I said, the show was great. Just like in Los Angeles, it was great. And after I saw them in Los Angeles, I was excited. And then I saw that they were going to be on tour again this summer in Europe. And I thought, what better place to do it than right here in Berlin? Rammstein formed here in Berlin. This is their home city, if you will. They formed in Berlin in 1994, I think it was. After about a 20-minute bus ride, we have arrived back in the neighborhood here. Till's not really one for concert chit-chat. The only time he says anything is kind of at the end. He'll just say Dankeschön, or he yells out the name of the city that he's at. Kind of like a big Frankenstein up there. What was your favorite part of the concert? I already told you mine. Engel and Ich will. Or were you at the show tonight? Maybe we shared it together, or maybe you've seen Rammstein in a different city. I'd love to hear from you below in the comments. Let me know the answers to those questions and more. Or if you just want to say hello, I always enjoy hearing from people. Thanks again for watching. Signing off from the motherland, the fatherland, Deutschland, Berlin. Goodbye, adieu, auf Wiedersehen und vielen Dank.